Hello and welcome back. I'm Yana and you're watching Behind the Scenes of the Forgotten Magic of Bulgaria. The Forgotten Magic of Bulgaria is a theatre show about Bulgarian magical creatures, Bulgarian mythology and folklore mainly, but it's also about drawing parallels with Scottish mythology and folklore, finding the similarities between our two cultures and looking for ways for us to inspire each other. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, this year is Scotland's Year of Stories, and of course this show is all about stories. But there are many ways to tell a story, and one of my favorite ways has always been through music and song. Songs have an incredibly important place in the culture of a nation and its people. They can demonstrate how unique every culture is, but they can also sometimes show us how similar we are in our yearnings and in our emotions. Today we'll have a look at two songs that have kind of become anthems for our two cultures. So one song from Bulgaria and one song from Scotland, respectively. And although these two songs are different in some aspects, they are both about the yearning for home. The first song is called Oblache Le Byalo, or Little White Cloud, and every Bulgarian knows this song, especially those of us who live abroad. For us, it has almost become a hymn. We sing along every time we hear it. We usually get a little bit emotional when we hear it. It's just very important to us. It was written, or the lyrics were written, by a Bulgarian poet by the name of Rambusilek. So he wrote this song while he himself was abroad. He was a law student in Brussels in 1916, and he was really missing home, and this is what inspired him to write the lyrics. In the song, the character is talking to a cloud in the sky and wondering where the cloud's been, whether it has been anywhere above his village, and whether it has seen his parents and his home. And then he asks the cloud to send a message back to his mother and father that he is alive and well, and that very soon he will be home to embrace them. So it's quite an emotional song. The second song, I'm sure that everybody knows this one as well. So that's definitely one of the songs that people associate with Scotland all over the world. It's the Bonnie Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. So that's a traditional Scottish folk song, which, as the title suggests, describes how beautiful the banks of Loch Lomond are, but it also has some very sad lyrics. The chorus of the song goes something like this: "You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond." As with most folk songs, its origins and meaning aren't completely clear. However, according to the book Poetry and Jacobite Politics in the 18th Century Britain and Ireland, written by Murray G.H. Pittock, the song is an adaptation of an 18th century erotic song where the lover dies in service of his king, and so he has to take the low road back to Scotland, the low road meaning death. This is based on the belief that when you die, your soul travels back to your home, basically to the place where you were born, in this case, Scotland. One interpretation is that the lyrics are about two Jacobite soldiers, one of whom has been sentenced to death and the other one is to be released and go back to Scotland alive. So the one who is sentenced to death is talking to his comrade and saying, "I'll take the low road," meaning death, back to Scotland. So I'll be there before you. You will go back alive, but of course I will never see the woman that I love again. So incredibly sad and very emotional as well. So coincidentally, these two songs actually start from the same chord. So I did a little bit of an experiment, because listening to them, they are both about nostalgia, they are both about loving home, and ultimately they are about the idea that no matter where you are in the world and what happens to you, you will always eventually come back home. So I think they fit together quite nicely, and I decided to try and blend them together and see what happens. So this is what we're going to do right now. Please, as always, excuse my singing. I'm not the best singer, and if you are Scottish, please forgive me mucking up pronunciations and potentially some of the notes. I'm so sorry, I'm trying my best. Jak zimi Oblache Le Byalo, odejdziesz, desi mi leciało, nie widzieli baštini mi dvori i ne čuli majke da govori. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny breeze, where the sun shines bright, all Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were always wont to gay, on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I'll tuck the high road and I'll tuck the low road, and I'll be in Scotland the 40. But me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I nosi od mene mnogo zdrave, mnogo mina, maničko ostana. Nabližava se da se vrna, majka da pregrna. Nabližava se da se vrna, majka da pregrna. Jak yon bonny banks and by yon bonny breaks, where the sun shines bright on Lomond, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I'll touch the high road and Ojcze do miłość wzdychara, czuć jak miłość, tylko zima twi, and my true love will never meet again. Żawi zdrawi Ojcze od Lomond. As you can see, just like these two songs can share some of their chords and some of the same emotions and ideas, two cultures can also blend together and draw from each other and be in harmony to make each other richer. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to continue to follow our project, you can subscribe to this channel, you can use the social media links below, and I hope to see you in the next video.